Well, that's going to be a discussion.
All yours.
Right. Hello, everybody. Right. I do hope everybody is listening to these talks that we do on a Wednesday. Now we're on a Wednesday or Thursday at 7:30. It's been very informative, and I was just thinking the other day, people, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So those, I don't know if anyone is listening, but those people who actually started in the business and maybe for some reason they've got a bit cold, whatever, it's never too late to come back. Never too late to come back. So let's get our thinking right. And what I was thinking about today is, what is our objective in this business? What are we aiming for? Why have we joined? And if so, well, I know, let's see by the points that it's not working for a lot of people. Don't be so proud that you can't ask for help. Say, listen, I'm stuck here. How can I get over this? Because the business hasn't changed. The business is still there. People are still making money. People are still taking steps. People are still going overseas on travels. So why not us? Why not you? So what was our objective when we started? That is a question I'm going to ask. So I'll start with maybe Sean. Sean, what was your objective when you first started in the farm?
To get the cleaning products at cost.
Yeah, and I know you do that.
And that literally was my objective at the time, was just to get the cleaning products at cost. I wasn't interested in the business or even the nutrition.
Fantastic. I will come back again to you. Jenny, what was your objective?
My objective was just to make ends meet, because I was not in a good place when I really got serious about the business. And thanks to Near Life, I can honestly say it wasn't only Near Life, but it had a very, very amazing impact on my financial situation. And I can honestly say I'm financially free.
And see, what was your objective when you started Near Life?
For me, I just wanted to make it a change. After baking for 27 years and very long hours and a lot of nights without sleep. Yeah, but I thank the Lord for that opportunity that crossed my path. Thank you, Jenny.
John, what was your objective?
Okay. Hello, everyone. I think, like most people, was to get out of debt. It is one of our biggest things there. Also, I'd like to travel, and I saw that Near Life was a great opportunity to travel. But also to bring up people who experience what even I've experienced, and let them take steps and achieve their goals and their dreams.
Okay. Now the next question. Well, what's the same as yours? Right? Yeah. The business that we were in, this took us to the clinic. Through no fault of our own, we had a construction business, subcontracted out. Those subcontractors, they went under, and it was just the ripple effect. So yeah, circumstance, and then Near Life came up. So that was us. Well, that's good. Okay, the next one. What is stopping us from reaching our objective? So now I know that Sean wanted the cleaning product, and I know you always buy the cleaning products. But I'd just like to know how much further have you gone other than just buying the cleaning products at a discount?
Well, now this is me looking at turning this into my, well, probably at the back of my mind, it's always been this is going to be my retirement. Because in my job, I don't have a pension fund. I've got my own private one going, but that's not going to do anything. And realistically, I know my career has to end at some stage. So this is a pivot, and I'm not being serious with it at the moment, simply because I suppose I'm not hungry enough. But I do know that has to change, and I am definitely looking at doing that. To be quite honest, I am stuck in a big rut at the moment, and it's only through my own doing, because work is absolutely crazy during the day, and you get home at night and you just go, you don't want to do anything else, but I know I have to. So I need a little bit of butt kicking from a few others, just to encourage and say, listen, have you done this? Have you done that? Have you contacted people? And I don't phone people regularly. It's always been an issue, but I think that's a problem with most people. But I do talk to people during the day. I've been talking to another couple today, and I don't know where that one's going to lead to, but it's exposing. And that's the most important thing, is just exposing people and educating people. And I'm doing that little bit. And I know at some stage it is going to take off, but I have to do more than just a little bit at the moment. So I'm actually taking a week's leave next week to regroup and replan and reset my mind and get myself in gear for the next few months.
Good. You're planning right. Yeah. And I'm good at picking up.
Good.
So I'll be checking up.
Good.
We know you can do it, Sean. I know where you've come from, and I know where you're going. Because, wow, if there's ever been a change in anyone, it's you. So yes, fantastic. Your objective has changed. It started with just needing the product at a discount. Some saw open for other things, right? And then what is stopping you? And I know what has stopped you, but your back is fixed now, I hope.
Well, yeah, anyway. Thank goodness for this opportunity. I just want to tell you, if you don't have objectives, you miss out on opportunities. And then I just found this today, opportunities missed. There was a cautious man who never laughed or prayed. He never risked, he never tried, he never sang or prayed. But when one day he passed away, his insurance was denied. For since he never lived, they claimed he never died. So this opportunity has actually kept me alive because as you all know, I had this cancer story going in my eye, and yeah, that's all that story. And as for my back, I'm just so grateful I had this operation. And I went to the doctor the other day because I wanted a Valtorin injection because this leg is still a bit spastic. And both doctors came into the consulting room and they said, Jenny, I know you've got, well, they didn't say that I had screw loose my head. I said that, I've got screw loose there. But I've got the screw loose in my back because I had 8 screws put onto this linking back of mine, the spine, etc. And one of the screws was loose. But they were adamant I was not going to have another op because some dame had walked in. She's a teacher. She can't teach anymore because her leg is really bad. And then I mentioned it to Robin. She said, Mom, I served with somebody and he went to the same doctor and he's in a wheelchair. But I am very grateful for Neolife because I've got incredibly good health and energy. And this opportunity is, say it, simply the best. Say it. Please say it. Simply the best.
Simply the best.
Your bones are strong. Your bones are
My bones are strong. Yeah.
That's good. And see, what's stopping you reaching your objectives?
for me is talking to people, but obvious I'm not talking to enough people. And the people I'm talking to are in their comfort zone. They don't think they need better health, and they don't think they need extra money. But as I always tell them, I got to be true to myself, number one. If we're young, we're playing on the freeway. And as my late mom used to say, the day when you get older, it's then when your aches and pains start. So to prevent that and have a comfortable aging life, God willing, you must take care of your health now already, which I am very thankful. As my kids say, I think you're much more healthier than what we are. And you're stronger, you do much more than what we are doing. With these products, it's amazing, but you can't take it once in a blue moon. If you want a good immune and energy level and all of that, you have to be on the game the whole time. And that's me.
Well done, that's quite fun. And John, you know what your objective is, so what's stopping you? Don't say me.
Won't speak the obvious. But I agree with Sean insofar as I look in the mirror and I say, that's the problem. I seem to not have as many phone calls as I used to have. And I know what I should do, but then I find myself not doing it. So I think in retrospect, going back to basically a very good idea. So what worked back then was stopping us keeping that sulfur again. And I can remember we had a chap called Stan Webster. Anyone remember him? Stan
Yes.
and Tilly Webster. And he went fight for 3 years with nothing. And then he came back. He went to 3 Rubio. Yeah. And he went right back. He wasn't even qualified as a director. And Sam and Tilly Webster just picked up one at a time. He just said he aimed at the one, started working with that one, and then Charlie Bolton went to Ghana or Nigeria, and there was Alici. She went to Darwin Director, and we got her tapes. And she had fallen right back to a director. And she started hearing and she listening to her original tapes that she did way back then. And she got motivated, and then she got the ability in her own mind that, hey, she can do this thing and put it together again. And now she's a 4 Ruby or 5 Ruby director. So it doesn't matter where we have come. As Peter said, we can redo this if we get our planning right. But I think that we've got the opportunity, as Jenny said, we've got a huge opportunity with this company. They are in there to actually make it a success. They want us to succeed, because if we succeed, then they will succeed. So, Sean, we're very grateful for your podcast and the research you do. It's incredible what you have. And it just goes to show, right in the very beginning, when I first saw Sean up there in Richards Bay in Pangani, you were a different sort of person. You really were very, very shy. And you haven't been there, and that's come so far. And you've got the knowledge now. You have got the expertise, put it together, because you've got the expertise to teach others. So it's just one person at a time. And I think that if you look at Alicia's, she did the same thing. She brought in with that one person, and that gave her more confidence. She got a second one in with the 2 legs pumping, then the third leg, and she went to Ruby, and then the rest. But it all begins with you, and you are the deciding factor. If you decide that you want to go for it, go for it. Or if you decide to quit, I think what Sean said on a presentation, if you always do what you've always done, the outcome's not going to be different. You'll always get what you've always done. And for things to change, you've got to change. So if you have a look, what do I need to change? And then bring it down to bite-sized changes that in the whole will make a difference. And that's what I've decided to do. We're going to make a difference. What about you?
Yeah, what about me? It's amazing how we let distractions overtake us. And boy, there's a lot of distractions. And one of the distractions is we found a very, very good retirement place, which maybe we should have gone in there when we were 50. Because everybody sort of looked at us as if we were the youngsters now. But we had to go for a full medical to get in there. Otherwise, we couldn't have got in. So both John and I went for a full medical. And it was amazing, you know, when they asked us questions like, how many times have you been to hospital? And we had to think back. I think John's been 3 times and I've been maybe 3 times in our whole lives. And we in our 70s. Not many people can say that. And then he just carried on talking, you know, ticking the boxes and said, your mental capacity. I said, well, sometimes I forget where I put my glasses. He says, no, that's just forgetting. That's not your memory. And it was so funny because we also had to go and give a sample, as you know. So we all go off to give our sample. He says, oh, I forgot the papers on my desk. I took both of them. I said, that's not your memory, doctor. That's your forgettery. So, yeah. Oh, well, it was fun. Anyway, we passed. Just to let you know, we passed. Oh, so now we just need credit, everybody. We need to sell this house fast. Because everything on the other side is go. This side is stolen. So
It was stolen.
it was stolen. So now, appreciate the priest. We wouldn't be able to do that if we didn't have Near Life, I promise you now. Because like you, Sean, we've got life insurances, so if John and I both die, we're okay. Oh, we're not okay, my family are okay.
Well, you're okay too, but
Yeah. But you know, when you work for yourself, you don't have things, that's not your priority. And priority is not provident funds and pensions and that. That it's just not your priority. So yeah, so without that, and then we retire, and now Near Life is looking after us. So all that hard work that we put in when we were younger, it might just be maintaining at the moment, but we're going to get there once we get settled again.
yeah.
But yeah, it's always waiting there. No matter how far away you've been, I can remember Mandy. Mandy was away out of the country for 5 or 6 years. She's back. So yeah, it's good. The good business, the forgiving business.
When people ask me when I'm going to retire, I tell them I'm not. I'm going to retread.
Retreat. Yes.
That's good.
I think that's John and I as well.
Way too young to retire.
Well, put it this way, going into retirement home, it's got a lot of people, and as was it Ansi said, as they get old, they get aches and pains more and more and more.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And the question is why?
yeah,
You shouldn't have aches and pains when you're older.
no. But we do, because we play it hard when we're young.
That's it. Catches up eventually.
That's right. And I feel so sorry for sportsmen and that, you know, because they put a lot of strain on their body.
Mhm.
You see them now, some of them anyway, they put on weight, their knees are already shot. So now they've got this weight, added weight on their knees. No, it's bad situation.
But you know, I think there were 70 questions or something. Things like blood pressure and cholesterol and sugar, so all of those out there, they tick the box of being dead in our world. There's no problem. So I can't believe that um, um, the products that we've got, well, I can believe because I've been there. They protect our bodies. And I think the time that we stop taking them, then you'll find out what the real story is. So we've got to keep pressing on, believing that the products are built in. It's only when you reach our age that you start feeling that you did the right thing with going out to Nero. And the Lord made me about that. Back in 1992, that's quite a while ago.
It's got for us.
So it's that we've got incredible products and there's an incredible future.
Yeah, just keep taking it for us. I think that's one of the first things we do the minute we get our bonuses with 100 people.
Mhm.
Because the rest doesn't matter. We've got to the stage now. If we don't get 100 people, we're going to lose quite a lot of money. So yeah, exactly. Oops. Yeah, our objective now to get a bigger customer base, which we're busy doing. It's going to be good. So, can we stop recording?